Okay, so for install of the taillight, you can see here we're on the passenger side of the car. It's pretty obvious which side the lights go in based on the fact that it follows the contour of the body. What we'll do is you want to make sure first that all the 4 plugs and bulbs have been installed in the taillight by a sub-assembly team, which they have here. The studs are already installed from the supplier in the back of the light. Those will pop into these 4 holes here that are cut in the body, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you'll also notice that there's 3 holes down here on this bottom shelf, and that is to help locate the light on the bottom edge. See the 2 smaller ones on the outside and inside, and then the larger one in the center. When the bumpers were installed, they should have been installed such that they don't obstruct this hole. Sometimes when you line up the bumpers, it will obstruct that hole, so you either have to adjust the bumper or trim the bumper. So you can see here that the fitment was done so that it's away from that center hole. So then what we can do is we can then pop the light into those 4 holes, and then what we want to make sure of is that before we fully tighten it down, which we'll do with the 4 M5 nylon lock nuts. Those will go onto the back side of the stud. You can access those through the wheel well, and you'll use a 8mm on a 1/4 inch drive to tighten those down. Before you get them fully tightened though, you want to make sure that the light isn't, say for example, going beyond this part of the bumper, because then that will affect the trunk alignment. It will either cause the trunk to collide with the light, or it will be a little bit misleading where you'll bring the trunk down and it will look like the trunk needs to be trimmed because the gap is very small in between the edge of the trunk and the light. But really what it could be is there's just that the light needs to shift back out that way. So what you want is this point should be just at or just to the outside of this radius here. So again, before you fully tighten it down, make sure that that's still in a good position, and then you can go ahead and tighten them down. You want to be careful not to tighten them too much. Certainly if you hear the fiberglass starting to crack on you, you want to stop. You don't want to over tighten them. You just want to get the light snug. It's held pretty well by the 4 studs and then the 3 in the bottom, so you don't have to go really crazy tight on it.